Right, let's do a test. Right, let's do a test. I think my teas went, my milks went a bit funny. Um, let's do a test. I think my teas. Right, that seems to be working. Come off that. Get my Lego builder up. I don't really want to do that. Here we go. So I've got chat up and running if need be. Got my journal. I need to actually start writing my journal a bit more. Stick that down there. Gonna hook my pen in there. There we go. I've even got a little candle burning. Not that I really need too much. I'm just actually looking to see if there's a heat haze. Right, so I'm actually just watching that guy. The guy called, oh, what's his name now? I've just lost. I'm going to put some rain elements on. So how's everybody doing? Hope everybody's doing well. So how's it going, people on YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to continuation of the build of the Lego Titanic. So this is what we're up to. We've obviously got the front half of the ship, which is through in the bedroom. But this is the second part. In fact, do I really need to bunk? Do you know what? I'm going to put this. I'm going to set that right there. I'm going to put my little candle here. Do you know what? I'm actually going to put that off. I just really don't want the. I don't know. I don't really need it. It'd be nice at night. So just to highlight, when we go back to the previous video, I had actually built a little part of this wrong. I can see it right here. It's this little L shape. So just where my finger is, just here, we ended up this bolt here. We were missing this 2x tile or 2 stud tile, and I put it in here and used. I was left with this L bracket, so I put a small square piece. Basically, if you look at the controls, if you look at the instructions, it's actually hidden by. If I zoom in, it's hidden by this white piece here. So this is the L shape. I thought this was a two stud tile and a single piece. Even although if you look at this, part, there is not one single, single tile, one stud element. But again, it's like a lot of things. You end up, you get in your head that you've got this. This is what you need, and yeah. As the saying goes, it is what it is. So a wee cup of tea. Anya's coming down later. So I'm going to do a build. I probably need to get shower gel, actually. That's something that I do need to get. Whether I'll wait till later, or I really don't know what I'm doing. and we built this little seat area. Is in it's hooked in, but it's not the right way round. But I'm not to strip all that down is going to be too much. So here we go. We've got a little blurb. In fact, let's get the bags open. So we've got two bag 21s. So I'm just going to open up the bags. Get it roughly where we need it. So we're basically going to be building up the kind of guts of the ship again. So a lot of kind of bigger parts here, a lot of small bags as well. Two small bags in here. Get them down in a nice little pile. Again, make sure that we don't have any missing or leaving parts in the bag. So a bigger bag of elements here. Quite a lot for like building up like the base. So we've got a little piece here, funnel and compass section 4. So we've dealt with section 1, 2, this is section 3, which to be honest I could probably put away. I might actually just sit this down here, kind of off to the side. So this is going to be section 4. This section includes a portion of the Titanic's massive engine rooms and the elevated structure in the centre of the house that housed the main compass. It was elevated to ensure the least amount of interference from the massive amount of iron in the ship's hull. There's also a small sub-assembly that represents a bench used by passengers enjoying the upper decks of the ship. Interesting. So, because the ship was obviously made of iron, obviously there'd be a lot of interference. So here we go. We start with a plate here. So here we go. We're off and running again. As I say, Anya is not here at the moment. She will be back down. She was kind of dealing with stuff. Not bad stuff. She was just dealing with things that she had to deal with, if you know what I mean. Obviously don't need to get into details because it's, but it's all good stuff. So here we go. Building off it's almost like a little plane. So right, there's a centre brick goes down here. A centre red piece. So hope everybody's doing well. Oh, there she is. I just logged in, sitting in the. Well, that's right. You're at the dentist. Hope it all goes well, Anya. Fingers crossed. Little cup of tea. Cup of tea. So I'm looking not to make any mistakes with this part. Kind of made a couple of mistakes yesterday. To be honest, like I've always said, jeez, this is a bit of a weird angle. Oh, there we go. If you don't make a mistake in Lego, you're not doing it right. As long as you can actually, keep those mistakes to a minimum. So I had my little candle burning, but I decided against it because I didn't want the heat melting anything. So pretty pretty easy build so far. We're just really building up the base of the ship. So one of the important things is to get a good solid base in your Lego. You know, you really have got to make sure that you really get all those parts in. That's why Foggy's little hammer's maybe not a bad idea. I've actually got a rub that's quite big. So this is going to give us the structure of the ship. You know, that kind of base core element of the Titanic. That's us done that little part. So again, pretty simple steps. Feels a little bit different to other builds. I don't know why. They've kept it kind of different, because obviously you're building pretty much very similar elements. You know, and I suppose it could get quite repeaty. But to be fair, I'm really enjoying it. We've got these little edge pieces here. How many do we need? We need quite a few. I see them. These are just going along the edge. Had quite a good day today. I'm off my work tomorrow, so it's good in a way because I kind of make the best of this day. So I finished quite early this morning, which maybe wasn't great for, you know, and a kind of team building type of sense. It's not good because obviously, you know, I kind of say under pressure at work without really getting into details, but you know, I could probably, not that I would have, but I could quite easily have stayed on. This is going through, so it's facing this way. It's actually, how many bricks is that? Is that there? Is that in the middle? Yeah, that part's in the middle. So, interesting little use of the kind of Technic box there. I'm going to build this bit going from the back because it looks as if it's going to be easier to judge. And then here we've got white brick. But the model's coming along. What I might do is I might do a little video later where I do like a review process of what we've got so far. Should probably really have done that from the get-go, but hey ho. Technic piece going in here. So there we go. This is what we've got so far. So it's just like a little base plate. I must admit, I'm really enjoying using the iPad for the instructions. It just frees up so much space on the table. Or on my table? Yeah, it's table. Because I really don't have that much space. It's not like a big table. It's enough, but if you've got like a book here, you know, your building area, it kind of takes everything. Takes up a lot of space. So So my online moderator is sitting in the dentist waiting room, which is never the best place to be, but we lost that there. Right, that's covering that little white puck. And then we've actually got the same, but we're going in one. So I just want to watch out for any potential parts that are like that clip that was round the wrong way. I need to keep an eye out for that. Yeah. These big green bricks going right over here. So yeah, I came home, had a little sleep this morning, a little snooze. I think I got like, I'm trying to think when I woke up actually. I woke up, I got a couple hours. It's funny that when you talk about sleeping and you start yawning, what am I looking for here? I'm looking for a, where is it? It's a black piece, it's probably going to be hiding. It is. Just sitting on its side there, I just couldn't really locate it. Oh, there's a black strip. Okay, that was just noted at the last minute. That must have been in the last step. Yeah. There's a section goes right along here. Two of them kind of makes sense. Then we get this on top. There we go. Good job I caught that actually. Right, and again, we're now building up these little elements up here. Just to get the height. Again, we've got these kind of window type affairs. And again, you get the dot, so the dot's facing inside. As you can see there, there's like a front and back to this. So there's a little dot element, if you can see it inside, that goes inside. Little central hub here. Then we get those little, quite a lot of these parts in this kit, these little parts. Oh, cup, drinking my tea. You could probably hear that. That was a slurper. Right, so we've got these elements going on again. These are the central part of this, of joining these two together. This will probably be the rear that we're joining. And so we're building up a stack of these by the looks of it. We've got a nice ambient rain happening. Really, really good. Quite soothing. Hi Di, how you doing? Hope you're well. Anya's in the dentist waiting room. As you do. So I don't think don't think this part's going to have much in the way of, like, fours. I don't know. Doesn't really appear as if there's going to be any, because we're building up this. And this is the pin mechanism that's going to hold everything together. So that's just going right in here. Ah, right, I see it. I see what they've got. That's here. It's this side. So there's a little gap here, just at the back. Ah, I know what's going in here. This is where the engines are going to go. I wonder if we get to build the engines up, actually. That could be quite an interesting part. I've seen that. She's getting a boob job. So here we go, with these pillars going in, and I'm just knocking everything. Bum, bum, bum. Oh, come on. Right, there we go. That's it, done. Right, these big strippers gonna cross. Strippers, that sounds bad. These big strips gonna cross. It's gonna kind of tie in these little pillars here, which is nice. And then we've got a little middle piece going on in here. There we go. Next. Bridging across, we've got a little... No, I thought that had a hole in it, it doesn't. And then we've got this piece here. There we go. So far, pretty easy little construction so far. Oh. It was good to get home this morning, get to my bed. So actually really looking forward to it. There we go. So this is what we've got so far. Going to be a little bit different. We're going to be fitting engines in here. Working engines, which is quite... It's got like a piston inside, so that's going to be quite interesting. So now we're going back to... kind of how we've been building this up so far. So we're going to be building up a 4, which is nice. All resounding Lego quick. Always a nice thing. So we get these brown tiles. My brown-eyed girl. Beow, beow, beow. I really need to stop singing. There we go. So we're building up, by the looks of it, the 4 elements now. Yep, here we go. So we've got some white partitions at the back, and they're going right over those white studs. Quite a big bag, this one, but a lot of it is kind of bulky stuff. Again, we've got a little piece at the back here, a longer piece at the front. Oh. You're not gonna fit, boy. Have I? Oh yeah, I've missed it. Yeah, there's quite a big element here, the big blue strip that goes there, and then you get the little 2 brick at the back, and then that piece could go there, and then that piece can go there. So we've got the old partition coming in here, which is just creating like little rooms. Ah, that must go on that one, because it kind of splits the tile. Yeah, and then that one's going to go there. There we go. So it just creates little rooms in the actual build. Again, really just making sure all this is... I was going to say, never squeeze a Lego brick too hard. Oh my god. Oh, I'm breaking it. Yes, I was making sure it was in. Oh my goodness. I've absolutely wrecked it. I should have been careful with that one, because that was... Yeah, that was quite... there's quite a lot of force on that. Yeah, I was just saying, I was just making sure, you know, I'm saying, just press down on it just a little bit. Just make sure that that's all, you know, nicely situated. It's the only thing with Lego, you've got to be, some areas you can really press down, other areas you can't, so. Right. Make sure that that's seated. Oh my goodness. Right, here we go, we're building up some more roof elements on top. Big black going there. Yeah, there we go. Right, got some more little kind of floor space going in here. So might actually build up the back parts first. 2 little grey. Got some of these white. It's weird sometimes when you look at these, it can be quite deceiving. It's just the way that they've got it. Yeah, this whole white strip's going to go to there. Right, I get you. I get you. Right, now we can build these tiles in. You sometimes don't really want to... We've got some square... No, look at this rolling away. Okay, that's interesting, because I've got... It's not like opposite ends. I'm actually going to show chat that, because it's one of those things where I don't want to say, oh look, you know, I built this wrong. It's almost as if they've oh god, get in there. That's... Oh, man down. Man down. So, yeah, just to confirm, you know, if you look at those, it's these parts here. So you've actually got like big tile, but they're not mirror imaged. It's the same either side, just so that I've got that on record. And I've got it here. It just looks odd because you're not... See, I see sometimes where you get stuff like that. I think it's because we're building... This looks like little beds. that are going in. That's what it looks like. That's going there. That one is going, so it's going there. Usually you don't have these tabs in. There we go. Right, what we got here, we've got 2 buttons times 2, the old Jensen button. And that is going, it's going on here, I believe. Quite a weird placement. Oh, great. I don't know why these are all out here. Oh, these white things just want to roll. Set them up on their end. There we go. Right, these are actually going in here, I think. And then we have got black and blue. Great. So just covering these, and then we've got the yellow at the back. And that's just weaving that bit there. Get that down. That's us. Move on. Okay, looks as if we're building from the back now. So we have got, they're going inside. Inside will be there. There. And these little parts are going there. Remember, don't press down on these too much. Keep forgetting about my tea. Maybe just smidge that along a wee bit. There we go. So building up really quite quick, but again, this is just the kind of skeletal part of the ship. Right, we've got this. We've got 2 Technic pieces going in, by the looks of it. It looks as if it's in the ends. I could be wrong here. And that's just going on there. Got to be careful with this one because there's not really a lot holding that in. Again, these little elements just closing up the ship here at the back. We've got the front plates, or the floors going on. Again, need to be careful because we've got a wee bit of an overhang. We don't want to break the ship. And we've got this pole. This one is going probably to the end here. Yep, that's going there. Beautiful. Beautiful. So that should be bag 21 complete. So again, we've built up. This is going to be where the engines are. In this part, got some floors going on the top. Got some spares. But I actually got a spare Technic piece. Do you know, something tells me we've actually got one in there. We could keep that. We could bolster up the connection elements. So bag 22. There's only one bag. 22, I've got a bit of, that's a bit of that tape. Put that in the bag. So I think Anya must still be, I don't think she's in yet. I've actually just noticed I've not got my wee light on. Come and put the light on! No, black. Black pieces are always, they're very hard to distinguish. Sometimes it's hard to see the features on it. Right, there we go. They can sit there. Right, bag 22. So again, we're going to be building up the side hull plates. So I imagine bag 23 will be the other side. So simple start. Like all things Lego, always just starts with putting a little brick in. Yeah, this is, again, you know, like the only thing that I would potentially say with this kit is, and again, I don't want to repeat myself, but it does get, it can get repetitive purely because you're building the same module. Really different elements to it, but yeah, it's very much the same. Basically, it's just rinse and repeat. But in a good way, I'm enjoying it. That's really what it's all about. It's not. I don't really find this kind of part like boring, to be honest. It's quite exciting because you know what you're getting to. You know you're going to be building on, you know, the ship. You know you're going to be adding to it. You know you're going to be kind of getting to a point, you know, where this is going to bolt onto the side of the ship and it's going to look good. I'm actually looking at my other part and I'm saying, how come I've got that part on here? So, building the plate, and then that matches the length. So, now we're just basically putting again, it's been a phenomenal build. Oh, I'm putting the wrong parts in. Why am I putting blue parts when it doesn't say? What? Right, that's that, yep. Next. Right, so we're putting these grey flanges. I think if I'm right in saying these go like basically in that kind of symmetry here. Sort of splitting the difference. Right, and then it's the grey piece. I was putting the blue piece in. And then there's fawn elements. I think Foggy Moggy's, I've seen his build it a little part. He's building the Terminator. It's a Toyminator. Which is quite nice. Good to see that finished. Oh jeez. I'm trying to move that along. There we go. You really drop that in where you really need it. I was going to get my brick separator. That's probably going to be setting up a downfall moment. Right, what we've got now? We've got these grey pieces again. Again, we're just kind of just slightly behind the fawn or kind of browny taupe pieces that we put in. And then we've got that little grey piece at the end. So it's kind of like an alternating type affair. Right, now we've got this going on here. Again, just like that. And then that just bolts up here. Done. then we've got this part going here. Oh no, that's going right tight up actually. That's going there. Then looks like we've got a blue part going in there. Then we've got some plates. Let's grab these plates because we're going to need them. Let's grab some of these whites because we're probably going to need them. So again, we've got a little blue stud going in there. Little stud. Probably. Don't want to get ahead of myself here. Don't want to get too gallus, as they say. And that little piece. This seems heavier than the last. Maybe it's just me. And then we've got the grey piece at the end. And that's what we've got. Quite a chunky piece. Don't know if that, to me that seems different from the last one, but it probably isn't. Right, we've got these little faced pieces here. For the life of me I can't see the, there it is, this one. So that's just going there. So we're building these plates up. They're going over the grey. So you just kind of follow that. I think these go over where there's a stud. It gets a plate basically, and then they're offset here. I might as well just put all these down. It's like a kind of almost like a chessboard. Right, that piece there, when I actually think about it, this is a wee bit different. We've got a little 2x going there. I'm going to put these plates down here. I don't want to get, I'm trying not to just like go, oh that's going there, like automatic. Because you can get into that kind of habit. To actually seeing these black pieces, it's quite difficult. Let's go in there. Got some of these longer elements down the side. Get them in. Then we've got these little 2 tabs that are going in here. Am I missing a tit? Oh, there it is. No, it's not. There it is. That's going in there. Right, we've got these little in between, I call them in between pucks. It's where we put this little element that creates like a kind of like a panel, like a plated hull basically. So these are going in just in the middle. Kind of at the stage now, because I've built the last couple, I'm kind of getting a dab hand at building these. Says the guy that, I mean, you know, mistakes have been made, and mistakes probably will be made. You just hope that you can go back and, you know, not undo the mistake. Tea's getting a little bit cooler. I'm actually wondering if the Tour de France is on. that should be all these little parts. So that's what we've done. Again, we've just plated up the top part black. Yeah, we've now got these 12 of these elements to build. What I'm going to do is I'm going to just quickly check to see if the Tour de France is on. Right, so we're building up. Do you know what? Yeah. I was going to say, but we're building up these, so we need, how many do we need? These 6. To get multitasking. Four. Tour de France. Oh, almost picked on Love Island there. That could have been an absolute terrible error. There we go. That should be the 6. Catch you later, Darren. Hopefully catch up with Anya soon. Yep, you take care, Di. See you later. Don't be doing anything that I wouldn't be doing. But you're a female, so you probably maybe wouldn't be doing what? No, let's not get into that. I bet you Anya will want to build when she comes down. That's when you know you've got a problem. So these are quite good actually. That it's a little, you put on these 2 plates. You know me. Do you know what? I'll probably actually do. I take care though. See you later. Yeah, so they're quite good little plates. It just creates a little bit extra detail. Kind of, I wouldn't say fiddly, but they've got their own. And they just basically hook on top of these eyes. So you're basically putting, you can see there before and after. So they just hook over. And then we're doing the same, but we're actually building these soap elements to it. So the soap goes to basically the ring element, or the hole. Oh, matron. Oh, there's only 6 kilometres to go. I must have caught the tail end of the race. I love watching the Tour de France. I like bike racing in general. Yeah, it's going to be. I think it's going to be. How many did I need? These 12. It's going to be quite a good Tour de France this year. There's a lot of sort of protagonists There's a lot of people that could win it. So we've got Vinegar, Pagacha. Who else is up here? Remco. These are really fiddly. This is where my big digits don't work. Who's out in front actually? Is that Vanderpool? Well, Vanderpool's actually 16 seconds. Is he in the lead? Or is he just 16 seconds behind the... I like Vanderpool. I saw him win the World Championships at Glasgow. That was a great day, man. Really just... It's a day I will long remember. It'll be a day long remembered. These parts are quite fiddly. Once you get them in, they're actually pretty decent. Right, so we can start putting these in, and these just... You're basically filling a little gap here. And then this little triangle piece, instead of having a full piece, it's all you need. I think it's got to be a saving. I don't know, I think it just maybe makes it go in easier. Oh, Pogacar's crashed. What caused that? Ooh. Yeah, he's got a lot. His shots are ripped a little bit, but it doesn't know as if he's got too much injuries. Oh, that was close. What happened? Oh. Somebody went across him. Oof. Nasty. Right, so we're building these little parts here. We've got that little fawn piece going there. And then basically we've got the nice element here where we're building these plates and creating that nice, that kind of red wrought iron or whatever they were made of plates. I've got a gap here. I think it's 3. Oh, wrong bit. Tile. I don't know whether to do another part, just because it's the other part of this. Don't know. This is always a really, this part is particularly satisfying actually, these side plates, because it's just like a nice finishing element to it. And there we go. There's the side hull plate. Nice kind of meaty thickness to it. So we're actually putting. I was about to grab that other ship. So get the orientation. So this is bolting on this side. So there we go. And on she pops. Just gonna get that nicely seated. And there we go. So the ship's hull was held together with over 3 million iron and steel rivets, weighing over 1,327.7 tons, 1,200 metric tons. That is basically a shitload of rivets. Excuse the French. That is a boatload of rivets. Sorry. So I don't think Van der Poel's going to catch the lead group here. I'll tell you one thing, he's not that far behind. Oh no, he's... Ooh. So there we go, that's that done. Nah, he's not going to do it. Do I possibly just build the other side? Because it's just the same. Oh, we've got a guy, we've got a protester person on the finish line. Yeah, I'm just gonna build bag 23. Purely because it's the same as what we've just built. So I'm just gonna do it. Right, so again, I think we know how we're starting, but we're going the opposite side. Do you know what I'm actually going to bin? My tea is probably went really cold. Ba ba ba. Just going to do a kind of like a bit of knowing here, but just want to get the parts that I need. It's all quiet in the Western Front. I think it's really just me. Oh, I could put a grey. Do you know, it'll probably not really matter. Nah, I'm taking it out. Should have been beige. Don't think it would really make a big difference at this point. It's only really aesthetics. Bit a different build. Well, oh, it's because it's reversed. That's what it is. Yeah, makes sense. We're building from this side before, so again, it's pretty much the same. I think this bit's different actually. I think I'm getting ahead. I don't want to get... Yeah, see there's two here, so... Yeah, I think they just go at that. End. And that's in there. There we go. Bueno. Right. So I think we've got these little tiles at the end that you need to get, so that's one there. And there's another one here. Right, let's get these tiles down now. Because we can put these in kind of quick because we know where they go. Oh, there's a little tile piece up there. Quite difficult to see. It's so difficult to see the black because it's black all around. It's very, very difficult. Oh, that's up there actually. It's up there. There's another one down here, but for the life of me I can't, because it's all black, it's very difficult to see. Oh. I'm going to just put these in, because I know where these go. There's the black tile. That's what I was looking for. I was getting worried there for a minute. So I'm going to just put these tile pieces at the bottom because I know where they go and I know they're there. Right, there's a little, there it is, got it. We got them. And that's all those parts down. So now we're into building these top elements. These take the two, I think there's 6 of these, if I'm correct. Oh, that's the end of the Tour de France. I can probably get that off and back onto some kind of... I'll leave it just now. Oh. Another one, I think. There. And then we're putting these little potholes over the top, I believe. No, they go under, that's it. I don't really think there's an easy way of doing these. That once you get them in situated, they're actually pretty easy. It's just getting that first one in. Yeah, that's actually a better place to hold it. You know, the brick side on. Yeah, that's better. So again, we're going to be building up the engines, which will be in the other bags. So each part's got like a nice little feature. So these go right on the top. There we go. Now we're going to have basically these ones. So these are just the same idea, but they're... Try and get this situated where I need it rather than pick it up and then try and get it from there. I want to pick up the same... I'm actually just going to put those bricks in there. There we go. Oh, tell you what, it's getting warm. Oh, it's just so hard to pick these parts up. They just slide away. Slide away. Give it all you got. Mighty day. Something, something, something. I can't remember. I used to know that song. Oh, I can't. I'm trying to pick. Maybe I can't pick it up that way. There we go. Right. So these are just sliding in there. Easy peasy lemon squeeze it. Quite a nice fit, these parts. Planes, trains, sirens, cars, bus, boats and more. Hello, human. I just went to did you Goodwood? I seen a little bit on YouTube. Didn't really watch it. Like, I watched a little bit of the stream they had. Didn't watch all of it. Pretty cool though, Goodwood. So we're almost done here. We're almost just about to plate this up. And this will complete the other side, and that is going to do it. So we're almost at the end of the stream. The old festival is speed. Yeah, that part's left. Oh, I feel good today. Yeah, I had a good sleep, good shift this morning. It's away early, so, got out of Dodge, as they say. I saw my two favourite cars, the Bugatti Bolide, is that Bolide? And the McLaren Souls. Now, hold on. Oh, my wee Souls GT, is that spell checker? See, I don't get me wrong, I'm not a massive car buff. I know enough to get me by, but I probably don't really know every single car. The Bugatti Bolide. So there we go. Big nice chunky plate section. And this is going to bolt on here. That just clicks on there. Get that situated. So there we go. That's bolted on. Oh, we've got a little piece coming out here. Oh, there we go. That's it now. There we go. That had just come out there. Just at the bottom. Yeah, McLaren's a cool make. Yeah, that's bolted on. And again, we've got this little yellow bracket going here. And then these are just locking in the plate. The hull to the actual frame of the ship. And that is going to do it. I just ordered the Apollo 11 moon rocket. Oh, the Lego, that one there. Is it Saturn V? Saturn V is a great build. That was actually That was actually the first kit that I bought. Getting back to Lego, I mean, I had Lego when I was young, but that was like the first adult set that I got, and it's just there. You can actually just see it in the corner, just behind this light. Absolutely just, oh, yeah, it was a great build. So there we go. That is that part complete. So we built up the hull section. We've put on both sides of the hull. So they're both on. And then basically that there is just going to slot in here. Technic pieces. I don't really want to, maybe I don't want to do that. I'll get it roughly to where I need it. So there we go. So that's going to be the middle section, and then you've got the bow section on here, and then you're going to have the stern. It's going to be it's a big beast. Yeah, the Saturn V, the Apollo 11 moon rock. It is an it's. I ordered it. I started building it. My intention was to build it in parts, because the whole thing is in parts. If I can get this out with it really knocking anything over. Oh, this could be tricky. This could be tricky. No, this is going to be tricky. My light's in the way here. Maybe swing that out a bit more. Give me a bit more room. So this is the Apollo 11 moon rocket. So as you can see, it's big. You've actually got to hold it like this. So that's the Saturn V. And basically you build it in sections. So here's the top section. I've actually got the what was it called? It's not the limits. The lunar module parts in here, and then you've got this. I replaced these clips, and oh my goodness, they are holding this puppy tight. Do you know what? I'm actually not going to whack it. I actually can't get that off. Ah, there we go. And then you get this section. So my whole plan, when I built this, I was going to build this. So this was going to be my first section. I was going to build this, and then build this, and then I was going to build this. What I ended up doing is building the whole lot together. You know, like the old Pringles. You know, once you pop, you cannot stop. It's such a true statement. And I built the whole thing, but just an absolutely fantastic build. Absolutely, probably one of the best builds ever. And for my first Lego set back into kind of what's theoretically got me to where I am now. Absolutely brilliant. Like just an amazing time. But anyway, that's us completed this section. So we're looking pretty good actually. I may do a little video soon, and I may just like document sort of where I am overall, like where we are in the build section, what we've done so far, any issues that I've had. There hasn't really been any issues. There's been a couple of little bits and bobs, but nothing nothing really too bad. I'm getting incredibly warm in here. So that is going to just bolt. I'll probably be able to just separate that apart. In fact, you know what? Yeah, so there you go. It's going to be quite a big build. So yeah, there's going to be plates here that are going to hold these in. So there'll be a little piece goes over here and up here. And it's just going to basically mash these two together. And there's also locating plates up here as well. So there's going to be a plate holder here, strips hold it here by the looks of it, and there, so that just reinforces this whole like back area. And I've just knocked the two bolts off. It's just because the bolts overhang a little bit. So yeah, she's looking really big. In fact, I don't know where to get. I'll get the front section. Just to show you the relative size of this, I'll need to take the stands off it. So I've just taken the stands off, that's why I was a couple of minutes extra. Well, I've just knocked my hull, my chimney. So this is the front section. As you can probably see, it's getting big. She is getting beastie. So these are your little feet section for the front, but if I put them on, it brings the whole level of the ship up. So I need to do this, and then basically this is going to fit in here. Wow. We're going to need a bigger boat. I mean, yeah, I'm probably not really going to be able to lift that like that without really... Oh, this wee end bit's come out here. There we go. Right, that's our inch. Oh my goodness, that's going to be quite weighty. So there she is. That's what we've got so far of the ship. So, she's obviously not, as you can probably see, she's not really bolted together, so she's not in a stable condition, but holy baloney, that's looking good. You know, like the natural part here is these two sections are going to come apart like so, and then when you do that, it's like taking a slice of the cake, and you can actually look at the two elements of the deck side by side. And we're going to have the engines at the back. We're going to have the back bow section to build box number 3. But yeah, she's certainly transforming into a very big Lego set. So there you go. That's her. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring you down in a blaze of glory. Try and get this. That's my mic stand. So here we go. So right at the back here, there's engines are going to get in here, and they're going to be working piston type engines. And then obviously we've got the upper deck structure to work here. All this is going to be hidden basically, because we're going to, once you build this upper deck section, we're going to be strapping it in here, here, obviously here, and here, and that's going to lock those two elements together. And then down in here, there's going to be a Technic piece. I don't know if you can actually even see that, but down there, yep, you can actually see the little hole. That's like this section here. So there's these little black holes for the Technic pin. So there's going to be a very large piece is going to go straight down here and fit in here in some kind of form or fashion as a, I don't know, it might be more deck parts. And that's going to lock this front section together. But you can see here, it's looking pretty impressive. In fact, if I do that, see like the movie Titanic, that's probably just as good. All you need is a wee guy coming, a wee stick figure walking into the to the bridge element. But anyway, folks, that is going to do it for me. Thanks for watching. Thanks for coming in. I'll probably just knocked one of these little pieces off. Yeah. Because this cable is getting in the way. But that is it. She's big. She's going to be huge. So you're going to have that, and you're going to have a bow section, which is probably going to go to about here. So, yeah, she's going to be big. She is going to be absolutely massive. The Massif Central. But anyway, folks, as I say again, thanks for watching. Hope Anya's okay at the dentist. And I may actually go for a quick shower. And then I might actually pop into town. I don't know. Depends when Anya... I think Anya's come down later. Do you know what? I can't stop like touching it. Maybe not so much this, because I'll probably knock these parts off. But I can't stop really touching it. You know, it's very touchy-feely. I've knocked those off, haven't I? Get my little cranes. I think there's going to be another collapsible boat here at this section, because there's two collapsible. I think there's 4 collapsible boats. That's the 2 there. I think there'll be another 2 here somewhere on this part. But anyway, folks, take care. And I don't know when we'll be back on. We might be on tomorrow at some point. I don't think we'll be on tonight. We could be. I don't know. I don't know what the plan is. But anyway, take care, folks. To the whips. Catch you soon. Thanks for coming in. Bye.